Black Hills, and which was the Indian holy site, and put sculptures of their presidents up there? Yeah, how many have been up there in the Black Hills, seen the president? What's that look like? Impressive? Not really?
You guys aren't tired this morning.
You better, Thanksgiving better come soon. I don't think it can come soon enough to get you guys moving. So, so you might say, why are you in such a good mood this morning? I'm in a good mood because the term's winding down too. So I'm happy. And I've covered most of the tough stuff. Now the rest of the stuff to me is fun. You just coast through to the end. Maybe you don't think so, but I do. I think the stuff we have left is just fun stuff. You don't look like you think so. I guess the work is getting up on you, huh? A lot of courses piling up the work on you guys? Yeah. Okay, so that's a gem, and I think that those are the things that are in this book if you can dig them out. So, in this section here, Fire Thunder spoke here about this battle, and I don't want to read it, it's a pretty gruesome battle. But Black Elk continues, your page 10 and 11. I am not quite sure, you see, this battle my father got a broken leg in or something according to the Fire Thunder speech, and then Black Elk picks up the narrative. I'm not quite sure I remember when my father came home with a broken leg that he got from killing so many Wasichus. So, you know, the killing went on both sides. I mean, we're not just talking about one side of the affair. When you start killing Wasichus, as we see in Fallujah, you're gonna pay. Doesn't matter what the reason is. You kill too many Wasichus, and you know all hell's gonna break loose on you. And that's one of the problems of a higher technological civilization with more population, with a lower technological civilization with less. You can't expect to be assaulting a higher technological civilization with a bigger population. Like, forget America. If you did it to the Russians, the vengeance would be 10 times even more. I mean, some nations just not going to put up with your killing them, whatever the justice of your cause. You follow? And that's just the way it is. And Black Elk's dad is brave, surely. And so is Black Elk, I'm sure, and all the people around him. But they're going to pay. You say, well, why should they? Well, maybe they shouldn't, but that's the way the world is. It'd be better if they just sort of like said, hey, come on, let's sit down, let's see if we can sort this out a bit here. Of course, they're going to get screwed in the end, we admit that. But get the best deal, cut the best deal you can when you're up against a higher technological civilization. You're not going to win depending on their pity, are you? So, anyway, Black Elk's dad does fight, and a lot of Wasichus get killed. I can remember that battle. So, as I said, it's not one-sided. It must be fear that I remember the most, though. And I was not allowed to play far from the teepee. I got my home where I live. Mothers don't let their kids go away from the outside of the house even today. I don't know what they're all afraid of, but they were afraid of the Wasichus. If you're not good, the Wasichus will get you, his mother used to say to him. We broke camp that month. I remember my father lying in the pony drag with the bison robes all around him like a baby. So when he was wounded and they had to drag him on this pony drag, and when he was all wrapped up in fur, and we were going away where the soldiers were. It was a hungry winter and we couldn't find help. And that was when the medicine man, I think his name was Creeping, went around among the people curing people who were snowblind. And he sung a sacred song that he'd heard in a dream. He'd blow on the backs of their heads and they would all see again. It was a song about a dragonfly that he sang. So we get all these crazy customs that we have here. And we were up by the Rosebud, one of those rivers up there near Wyoming someplace. And I did not feel so much afraid because the Wasichus seemed very far away. So I wasn't frightened. And we had a valley with plenty of game and meat. And all the boys from 5 or 6 were playing war. So when they were little kids, they used to play war just like maybe kids do nowadays. And the big boys played a game they called throwing them off their horses. And which is all battle and all but the killing. And when the ponies would come together on a run, they would rear and flounder and scream in the big dust. And everyone who fell on the ground, they were counted for dead. When I was older too, I played the game. We were always naked when we played, just as the warriors, when they go into battle. They went into battle naked. I guess I could have frightened a U.S. cavalry. Seeing people riding up on horses for, you know, out of their minds, if you like, with ferociousness, totally naked on horses. So that could put the fear of God in people.